Radio Network.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB go for it and bring something different to the table.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You know I'm serious about the game day menu, right? If we've got the game on, I'm not messing around in the kitchen. You know what I'm doing? I'm going straight to Pizza Hut. Right now, they've got two insane deals. A large one-topping pizza or a medium three-topping pizza for just $9.99 each when you carry out. Order online at pizzahut.com, or if you don't have it by now, grab your phone and download the Pizza Hut app and bring home a guaranteed win tonight.
Available at participating locations. Extra charge for stuffed crust and original pan, extra cheese, and extra toppings.
Come on. No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Call Jacob.
Attention, Lakers fans.
When pressure hits, your team matters. After an accident, choose who the Lakers choose.
Jacob Emrani, he goes at insurance companies so you don't get pushed around.
Make the smart call. 800-345-6789. Official sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Accident or injury, call Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. It's time for your first chance to react to tonight's Lakers game.
It's time for the Lakers postgame show tonight.
This is the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
Lakers Nuggets is a final from Crypto.com Arena. Game 67 of the season is in the books from LA Live.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
What a game and what a night for the Lakers. A 127-125 overtime game. Huge implications. Massive implications for the Lakers. There's obviously seeding implications as seeds 3 through 7 are completely jumbled up tight in the West right now. The Lakers, and again, this is fluid. This stuff is all fluid, and it can change constantly, will change constantly day by day. But as a result of this win, your Los Angeles Lakers, they are now the 3 seed in the West at 42-25. They are half a game above the Houston Rockets, who they will play on Monday and Wednesday in Houston with, by the way, the opportunity to get the tiebreaker over Houston as well. They have to win both of these games coming up. But if they do that, they will have the tiebreaker over Houston. The Lakers now have the tiebreaker over the Denver Nuggets. This was the rubber match, and the Lakers won it. Then they already have the tiebreaker over the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Suns have the tiebreaker over them, but if the Lakers win the games that they need to get the tiebreaker over the Houston Rockets, at that point you're starting to get into a place where unless the Lakers collapse, it becomes highly unlikely that the Suns' tiebreaker over them will even matter. So just the implications of this game, I bring all of this up from the top just so people can understand how incredibly important it was for the Lakers to win this game. And now that we've got the implications out of the way, we can talk about all of the different facets of this game. You had an incredible start for the Lakers in this game. They were up as much as 17 in the first half, 11 at halftime. They opened the first quarter like unable to miss from three. They were 5 for 7 to open. Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves, Marcus Smart all had threes. I want to say like in the first 5 minutes of the game. Jamal Murray, who probably had, if this is not worst game of his career, got to be top 5. Like Jamal Murray, who has been at times an absolute Laker killer, suffered through one of the worst games. A lot of the credit going to the Lakers for this. 5 points on 1 of 14 from the field, 1 of 7 from behind the arc. He did have 6 assists, and 6 rebounds, but absolutely miserable outing. Oh, I forgot. Also 6 fouls. He had 6 fouls. Jamal Murray ended up fouling out of this game, which in and of itself will make Laker fans happy because they've watched that dude just kill them in the playoffs 2 series in a row. It has become very clear in the Luka Doncic, JJ Reick era, and I think this is super important. I'm not saying that the Lakers would automatically beat the Nuggets in a series, but what has become clear, I think undoubtedly clear, in the Luka era, from last year post-trade deadline to where we are now, the Denver Nuggets are no longer the boogeymen for the Lakers. They are no longer the team that feels like the insurmountable monster that just will not stop coming and there's nothing they can do to kill. That's not the case anymore. Like that, those Denver Nuggets, those Los Angeles Lakers, they do not exist anymore. Again, I'm not saying the Lakers would automatically take out Denver in a series, but there is absolutely at this point no reason to think of Denver that way anymore, which is huge. Just the psychology of heading into a potential playoff series, because that is a live possibility, knowing that the Lakers no longer will or should think of Denver that way. There were so many ups and downs in this game. The Lakers' second half, they really started becoming lax with their execution. They were turning the ball over. Their shot selection wasn't as good. Some of the open looks that Denver missed in the first half were all going down in the second half, and it felt like even down to the very last seconds of this game that the Lakers were not going to be able to pull it out. But then down the stretch, after a few pushes the Lakers made, Austin Reaves gets to the line, makes the first free throw, misses the second, grabs his own offensive rebound off a miss, which is incredibly difficult to do, drives baseline, gets an easy open floater to drop, 0.5 seconds left. Lakers go to overtime, and then we see this.
8 seconds left. He gives it to Luka. Luka dribbles left. Luka's got a step. Luka falling away. Got it! Got it! Got it! Got it! Got it! Less than a second left. Jokic, no good. Game over. Wait a minute. Why is there 0.5 on the clock?
Oh, they called timeout. Denver called timeout before the ball was inbounded.
What a shot by Luka.
Luka Karavnija. According to Google Translate, that is how you would say Luka Magic in Slovenian. My apologies to our Slovenian brethren if I butchered that, but...
Look at you doing Rosetta Stone.
Oh, look, I'll tell you right now, as the host of my unnamed podcast, I have, let's just say I've grown a Slovenian audience. Like we can actually track the metrics. I can see our audience numbers. My brother and I, we're big in Slovenia now already. So I am always now sucking up to that audience.
Trying to Dwayne Johnson over there.
Trying to ingratiate myself to them. Zdravo, if you ever want to say hello to Luka or somebody from Slovenia. Zdravo. But Luka Karavnija, Luka Magic, and that, by the way, was the call of the game presented to you by the Call Jacob Injury Hotline, the only number LA trusts after an accident. 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789. Luka, Obviously, Laker fans are waiting to see Luka Doncic fuel this team that he is now the star of, the franchise face of, the future towards a championship. That is obviously the ultimate goal. But that moment is, I can promise, going to be thought of as a Luka Magic moment, him and the Lakers moving forward. Like, that was just an incredible moment for Luka Doncic. A game which, by the way, in the second half, the shot wasn't falling as easy. He had to find different ways to contribute after an incredible opening half. But you can never count out Luka Doncic, as we learned after that incredible game-winning shot, 0.5. Again, 0.5. That's the Lakers' magic number in this game. Half a second left for Denver. They could not score. Game over again. Lakers win 127-125 in overtime. Points in the Paint all season sponsored by Vista Paint. For nearly 70 years, Vista Paint has delivered on color coverage and service. Built for the hustle and bustle of California, Vista Paint, contractor, trusted, and always ready. Luka Doncic, after the game, along with his sidekick and bestie, Austin Reaves, they spoke with Lisa Salter and ABC ESPN. Here's what they had to say.
Austin, take me through the intentional missed free throw, the rebound, and the game-tying shot. I've never seen that work before.
Yeah, I made a bad play. They doubled Luka, and Joker's got a good strip on me when we were down 2 to put us in that position. But, you got to move on to the next play. And it seemed they had one guy on that side, so try to miss that side and try to go make a play.
Be honest, is that something you practice?
I've done it before, yeah. So a long time ago in the AAU, I tried it, and it worked. I hit a corner 3, but not to this magnitude.
Nice to have that in your back. Congratulations on the win. Now I'm going to go on to your partner here. Lucas, the clock is winding down. Just tell me what you're thinking. Take me through that game-winning play.
I mean, I just wanted to get my shot off. Obviously, we want to have the last shot. I saw they were doubling, so I went to the other side. Reject, get to my left step back. And, I'll work on this, so I trust my shot.
Everyone just looked exhausted in the overtime. Just what was the difference?
I mean, we just, we came back. We were down, I think, like 6-7 points, so we came back. We got the crowd in it. That's the best I've ever seen the crowd here since I've been the Lakers, so I really appreciate it.
I want to ask about Marcus Smart. Can you just describe the impact that he had in regulation and in overtime?
I mean, it's insane. It's every game. It's like he does something new to help us win. So, I said this summer, before the season, that this signing, I'm very excited about. And I was right, man. He's a hell of a player, hell of a person.
You had Marcus, you had what Austin did, missing the free throw, your game-winning shot, LeBron James diving on the floor to keep a possession. Just what does a win like this, an effort like this, mean for a team heading into the playoffs?
I mean, it's very big. Obviously we still got a long way to playoffs. We got to approach every game the same way. But this game was very big. We're fighting with Denver in the stands. They're a hell of a team, so I think that was a very big win for us.
All right, thanks, Luka. Congrats on the win. Bye.
All right. Again, that was Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves speaking with Lisa Salter, Lisa Salter's ABC and ESPN postgame. 213-799-0139, 213-799-0139. If you want to call into the Lakers postgame show, Chuck in Tarzana. You're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Chuck?
Hey, how's it going? Laker fan since 1969.
Whoa.
And tonight is my revenge over the other Chuck Barkley, because I've been calling I've been calling Beto all year, saying that we need to play the three, obviously Austin Reaves, Luka Doncic, and LeBron James. But the other 2 players we need to play, who we played almost the entire overtime, if not the entire overtime, DeAndre Ayton, who a lot of people have been thrown under the bus, and Marcus Smart, one-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Appreciate the call there, Chuck. And by the way, Chuck Barkley's guarantee that the Lakers were going to lose, yeah, that guarantee's worth a lot of other bets that he's made. Just leave it at that. All right, coming up, we will take more of your calls, 213-799-0139. Again, 213-799-0139. If you want to call into the Lakers postgame show, we will hear from Luka Doncic. We will hear from, or might hear from Luka again. We'll definitely hear from JJ Reick, maybe Marcus Smart, maybe LeBron, plus all of you break down how the Lakers managed to make this happen and then also the implications moving forward. Lakers postgame show, Andy Kamenetsky, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and as someone who doesn't have time to overthink shopping, I love how simple my VisionWorks store in Santa Ana made it for me. The frames are organized by shape and price, and there was a great variety of frames to choose from. No matter what style you're looking for, VisionWorks has it. Scheduling my eye exam, though, that was easy with evening and weekend appointments at all locations. And here's the best part. The friendly and knowledgeable VisionWorks teammates are insurance experts, and they'll help you maximize your options whether you have insurance or not. If you want or need glasses without the hassle, VisionWorks makes it simple.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, is a proud sponsor of your ESPN LA Lakers radio network. For over 30 years, Valvoline Instant Oil Change has provided quick, convenient maintenance services for busy people like you. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, and more. Drive in to your neighborhood Valvoline and let the expert technicians make sure your ride is in peak performance in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
On 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
Here is Luka. To Marcus Smart, top of the key, back to Luka. Behind his back to Smart for three. Got it! Marcus Smart with a mammoth three. And the Lakers lead by 2 with 30 seconds remaining in overtime. Can you believe this game?
It was hard to believe this game, John. I'm not going to lie, man. 127-125. Lakers win in overtime. That three was 3 of Marcus Smart's 21 points on the game, 8 of 15 from the field. He hit 5 threes, including that one. He also had 5 steals and a block. Oh, man, shout out to Aaron Larsoul in the building. Love that Mohawk. Marcus Smart, player of the game, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Like, I was actually commenting on my unnamed podcast after the win over the Bulls. You can feel when Marcus Smart is not there. Marcus Smart missed that game with the hip injury, and his absence is loud, man. Like, the urgency that he plays with on every possession and the cojones that he always has on display when he is out there, man. Like, there aren't many players on this team that I think bring both to that degree. Like, the urgency and that cojones and just the ability to play in those big moments, like to do enough on both sides of the ball. Just a massive game for Marcus Smart. Like other obviously standout guys, Luka Doncic with a 30-point triple-double, 3 blocks and a steal, and obviously the game winner, Austin Reaves, 32 points, 12 of 21 from the field, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and a block, plus the intentionally missed free throw, offensive rebound, basket sequence that sent the game into overtime. LeBron James, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Also, one of the signature moments of the game when LeBron dove to the floor for a loose ball. Let me tell you something. You could feel the pain that his 41-year-old body went through on that sequence. DeAndre Ayton quiet for most of this game, but he was massive in overtime. Like, just a lot of different players who found ways to chip in, who had moments that really mattered. But I just thought Marcus Smart did so much to help fuel this 127-125 overtime win by the Lakers over the Nuggets, now giving the Lakers the tiebreaker in playoff seeding ahead of Denver. They also have the tiebreaker ahead of the Timberwolves. They have the opportunity to get the tiebreaker over the Rockets. They have to win both games next week. They're going to play 2 games, Monday then Wednesday, in Houston against the Rockets. They have to win them both. But if they do that, they will have the tiebreaker against basically all the teams they are jockeying with other than Phoenix, except if they win that game, if they win all those games, the tiebreaker will not necessarily matter in the same way. JJ Reick spoke after the game. Here's what he had to say.
Hey, JJ, we were joking around in the locker room after last game with Austin about how, like, his hand-eye, and he's probably great at darts and ping pong and just anything like that. Is there something to like being able to catch a free throw miss like that? And also, was that like a play where you cleared the side and Ayton kind of got behind Jokic? Can you just walk
Yeah, I
through
mean,
all
these
that?
guys are going to give me a lot of crap. So we set it up for him to miss, and when I had kind of relayed instructions, it was to miss to the right side because that was the single side at the time, and it ended up being the left side was a single side, so they all gave me crap in the locker room. But AR made the right play. He missed it to the single side, and you know, it's a hell of a basketball play, and certainly he's got good touch. He's got good touch. I'll say that. He's a good bowler. He's apparently good in ping pong, although he hasn't played me yet. Pickleball, tennis, golf, all those things. But it was a great basketball game. Felt like we had a couple opportunities earlier in the second half to get up 16-18 and had some missed opportunities. The turnovers really hurt us in the second half. High pressure games, sometimes you make bad decisions, and I thought some of our turnovers were like unforced, just poor passing. And then we got cold from 3, they got hot from 3. We still, we won expected score, by 2 points. Like it was just a great basketball game, and you can probably make not that it was perfect for us or perfect for them, but a sort of a teach tape down the stretch of all the things that happened both in regulation and there in overtime.
You've used various different groups to close. What was the call to kind of go back to DeAndre for overtime, and how did you see that play out?
Yeah, I mean, there was a discussion around it, with the cross-matching and really wanting Smart on the floor. And Smart obviously made shots tonight. DA could guard Jokic, which, he did a nice job there in the overtime. Felt like he could get on the offensive glass, which he did, and then he also, made a little touch shot off the pass. So he was great in overtime. The end of game play, Luka just makes a great read on it. We had ran that play in Phoenix in a close game on a need to, and we didn't run it correctly, and so when he rejected it, he dribbled into somebody, but it ended up working out. LeBron, got fouled by Devin Booker at the top of the key, but he just made a great basketball play, got to a spot and hit a tough shot, and that was, a great moment for him. I'm happy for him.
You spoke to us after the Chicago game that with LeBron coming back from his injuries, while you guys had this momentum going, the only thing that matters to him is winning, making winning plays. How did he exemplify that with the play where he dove on the...
I told him after the game, I said, in 23 years of watching you play in the NBA and the 3 years I watched you play in high school, I never saw you make a full-out extension dive like that. And he said, "You're right, I've never done that." It's awesome. I know he'll feel that tomorrow. But that's a winning play, and the charges, the loose balls. I thought we challenged Austin prior to the game. Didn't think he gave the requisite physicality when we lost there in Denver at times defensively. I thought down the stretch of regulation and in overtime, he was phenomenal defensively. And he got 50-50 balls. He got deflections. He got steals. He made every catch tough on Jokic. So he that's another guy. I mean, that's what I said to the team. There were two things that stood out. So many guys made winning plays, and we went into this game saying that we're going to treat this like a playoff game. This is, this time of year with the standings the way they are, a chance to get the tiebreaker over Denver. We treat this like a playoff game. Our guys approached it like a playoff game. They played it like a playoff game. It wasn't perfect, but they stuck with it. So the winning plays really stood out. And then just their ability in high pressure situations to execute multiple end of game situations was really high level.
And again, that was JJ Reick speaking after tonight's 127-125 overtime win by the Lakers over the Nuggets. 213-799-0139 if you want to weigh in. Let's begin with Walrus number 1 in Encino. You're on Lakers postgame show. What's up, Walrus?
Oh, AK, man, my God, man, what a blood pressure raising game. The thing for me is, they clearly, they had this game in relative control, right? Coming into the second half, right? They had, up to a 17-point lead, and then they, of course, let it get away. And despite the fact that Marcus Smart is y'all's player of the game, all credit to him. But I'm sorry, man, okay? That game was almost lost because him, Luka to a degree as well, LeBron put up a stupid 3. But I'm sorry, dude. He ended up hitting 5. That fifth 3 that Marcus hit, that made up for the 12 misses. Okay, well, rather 7 misses. But Marcus Smart should not be shooting the 3 12 times again. That is not a winning formula. They need to understand that if you can get yourself a nice lead, particularly against a really good team like Denver, and then all of a sudden that great shooting in the first half starts disappearing in the second half, just stop shooting it. Unless it is like perfectly in rhythm, okay, just go ahead and dribble a few times down below the arc, see maybe you can get a better shot. If you get doubled, go ahead and pass it out. Like that's what's going to ultimately cost this team in any given game, like it almost did tonight, is when they just get 2-3 happy. So I give all the credit to Marcus Smart. He was plus 16 tonight, right? No one else was even,
game high. He was,
plus.
And I got to run, Walrus. I got a lot of people to get through, but the point Walrus makes, I think, is even if it's not the one he was necessarily looking to make, I think he raised something interesting. All of these guys found ways to redeem mistakes that they had made, because particularly in the second half of this game, like third quarter in particular, the Lakers were turning the ball over a lot. Luka, LeBron, Austin, like everybody was guilty of bad passes. Austin had 2 killer turnovers in the last minute and a half, something like that, of the fourth quarter, where it looked like that might have been the momentum Denver needed to actually win this game. You can obviously, to Walrus's point, question the wisdom of a few of Marcus's threes, even though he was 5 of 12 for the game. I tend to agree you're not necessarily comfortable with Marcus Smart taking 12 threes, but, DeAndre Ayton was quiet as hell for the majority of this game, but then overtime was huge. Like, everybody in this game, and I think this is really something I hope these guys recognize in the moment moving forward, they all found ways to paper over mistakes that they made and redeem themselves through continual effort and just not giving up on this game at any point. It was really awesome to watch. Beach Walrus in South Dakota. You're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Beach Walrus?
Thanks, fellas. And what a great game for the league. And redemption is the right word. Everyone got redemption except for Jamal Murray. But that Braun dive, that effort, that was all of like Larry Legend just breaking his old man back and skidding across. And those plays matter for future. Like that's something that comes back to matter later. AR tonight was where luck meets hoops IQ. There was a similar play. You might remember Luka, the Dawn against the Knicks in 2022, put a game into overtime on a missed free throw, very similar to that. So, it's just a perfect situation where it's clear to the left. And you heard JJ said he called it for the right. I think that was Spencer Jones again on the lack of blockout. He had some low IQ stuff late, but I think golf touch matters there. And the key there, I always wonder why like dudes hit it off the back of the rim and take their time. The key is like quick right off the front, so it bounces right. Like it was textbook. It was perfect. But both teams were gassed down the stretch. The IQ starts to fade. You saw that dominating block on Joker and then just lets it go out of bounds. You saw Luka turning his head to a weak side Gordon three. This was not full Joker yet. This was not full Murray. So, I appreciate what you're saying about, like, they've got the boogeyman out of their sleep. But the Nuggets in a 7-game series, man, I don't know if you want to see that. In fact, 6 games on the road coming up, right? I don't know who you want to see. If you guys got the tiebreak and everything and you get that 3 seed, you're still going to play the T-Pups, the Nugs, or the Rockets. So these next 2 Rockets games, I think this is where you establish if that is the matchup you want. But Amen Thompson, Tari Jabari, that length and athleticism on Luka and AR, that's going to be a tough matchup. So all you Laker fans, take a Sunday dip in the Pacific for me, catch a surf at the wedge, celebrate. It was a good game. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, man. And to Beach Walrus's point, none of these first-round matches are going to be easy. Like I said, I'm not even saying the Lakers would win in a 7-game series against Denver. What I am saying, though, is the psychology that used to exist between the Lakers and Denver, I don't think that exists anymore, in part because I just think the matchup has become a lot different and in terms of the personnel there, and also just for Luka and JJ in particular, that past is none of their business. Like, they were not a part of that. Like, they're aware of it, but they did not experience it. Like, it's not something that they have to overcome or redeem themselves for or whatever. It's just like, look, that was you guys. They respectfully, LeBron, AR, Rui, Vando, like, that was you guys. That was not us. That's not something we have to deal with anymore. The Lakers do not look like that past team against Denver. They do not look like a team that, even when they play Denver well, kind of expects in the back of their mind Denver to find a way to pull a rabbit out of their hat. It's just different right now. One last call before going to break. Solomon in Lake Balboa, you are on Lakers postgame show. What's up, Solomon?
Hey, I'm good, Angie. Thank you so much for having me on.
Sure.
I got a couple of comments. One about the game specifically, and another about the team.
Sure.
The game, absolutely, a signature win to me, and I have the word starts with a P. What's that?
Pivotal.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, and definitely pivotal because of all the things you brought up about seeding, etc. So glad they pulled it out. I wish they wouldn't quite be so Hollywood. If they make their free throws and they're not so sloppy with the ball, they have a little bit easier victory. But it was certainly entertaining, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, going forward, as far as the team is concerned, I look at 3 different tiers. You got your big 3. We know what's expected of them, right? Mm-hmm. Your second 3, I think the Lakers get as far as Rui, Ayton, and
Rui, Ayton, and Marcus Smart?
Thank you. That's the second 3. And your third 3 is your bench, 3-point shooter. Now, my mind is just gone
Solomon,
tonight.
I not because of this, but I am actually up against the break. I got to let you go. But, yeah, it was a team win. I mean, as you were kind of listing everybody, it was a team win. Like, there are some guys with gaudier numbers than others, but there were a lot of guys that I think when we look back on this game, we're going to remember moments from them. If you are holding, hang in there. I'm going to get to you in the next segment, even if it means me saying less, because I want to hear what everyone had to say. This was just an incredibly exciting win. Lakers 127-125 in overtime over the Denver Nuggets. They now own the tiebreaker for seeding purposes. Talk about all that coming up next. Lakers postgame show, 710 ESPN.
Call Jacob.
Attention Lakers fans.
After an accident, you already have enough to deal with. Instead of chasing insurance and rental cars and doctor visits, you got to call Jacob.
Available all day, free consultations, and you don't pay unless you win. Official sponsor of your LA Lakers.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
In a way, I'm just like a leprechaun. I'm lucky and charming.
Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Cadillac Escalade IQL the 29th. Earn entries now playing your favorite games, and you could drive home in a new Cadillac.
And the number one reason.
Pick your lucky March Mania bracket, and you could be a millionaire. We're giving away $1 million guaranteed April 7th for a perfect bracket. See website for details.
Morongo, good times.
Meatless. Looking to cut back on meat? We gotcha. Introducing Shakey's Meatless Trio, a trifecta of scrumptious pizzas with all the flavor, but not all the meat. Choose from a medium garden veggie, 3 cheese, or garlic shrimp pizza. Your choice, $16.99. Or pick any 2 for just $29.99.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Made fresh daily.
Restore dinner time harmony. Get Shakey's Meatless Trio at your neighborhood Shakey's Pizza Parlor.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
On 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
Fantasy Springs Resort Casino has leveled up with an all-new rewards club, giving you more of what you want, and it might be your lucky day because tonight, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving you a 2-night stay, plus dinner and golf or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. The Lakers get, 127-125. Overtime win over the Denver Nuggets, one of the signature wins of the season. Marcus Smart was, for my money, the player of the game. He spoke afterwards. Here's what he had to say.
Austin didn't tell us, but would you like to share with us what you told him about his free throw?
For sure. I told him to miss it. I said, listen, don't go up there, don't do your routine. As soon as you get the ball, one dribble if anything, but shoot it quick. Nobody's expecting it. They won't have time to time it up. And just make a read, and he made the good read to the single side.
Marcus, DeAndre had the block against Jokic in overtime. Of course, Jokic ended up making the shot, but he had 4 points in overtime. How did he impact the game tonight, especially in those crunch time moments?
He was huge. I mean, I think he had, 9 rebounds total, 4 offensive, 5 defensive, and then the late block and just his energy. And especially because, he was in and out. And, at the time like that as a player, no matter who he is, who you are. When you're coming in and like that, it's hard to get a rhythm, and it can get frustrating. But he stayed with it, and he controlled his pain on both ends tonight. So we're very proud of him.
Marcus, we keep talking about it being and making this league, the big 3 you hit, the confidence the guys are showing in you. What was that shot like for you?
Felt good, man. Felt good for my teammates to believe in me, especially after playing this team a couple weeks ago, and having some looks to put us up or tie the game, and they not falling. And it could have easily fell into that trap where we're like not again, and I wouldn't have blamed Luka or those guys for not trusting me, but. I think it speaks to our team, it speaks to me, it speaks to those guys, and how willing they are to trust each other and trust us. And they do so many things for us. So we got to do our job, and that's to make shots. And we try our best every night. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. But to have that trust from your teammates, to have another chance to redeem yourself in SA, felt good.
Again, Marcus Smart, massive game, 21 points, 8 of 15 from the field. He hit 5 threes. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals, and a block. Game high plus 16 in this 127-125 tiebreaker clinching win by the Lakers over the Nuggets. Just massive, massive game. And because the Lakers won, even with all the ups and downs, hell of an entertaining game. Let's burn through some calls. Will in San Pedro. You're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Will?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's San Pedro, but I won't hold that against you.
Okay.
But it's a season-defining. I mean, I'm going to echo a bunch of stuff that the callers have already said, but I think season-defining win. I mean, with the LeBron dive, I mean, it was instinct. Like
that was amazing.
Straightaway dive. I mean, the AR free throw miss. the Luka, go ahead win bucket with a half a second left. I mean, it just season defining. There's been a lot of haters like the Walruses, Shaq, even Shaq on the post game. I mean, Denver's not Washington Wizards, bro. Denver is Denver. It's arguably the best player in the world on that side. Aaron Gordon played out of his mind. Yeah, we lost a 17-point lead, but it's not a bunch of bums over there, right?
No,
I mean, we played hard. We were down.
Other than Peyton
we were
Watson,
down 8.
they had
we came back. I mean, look at DA. Went from the S house, I almost said a curse word, to the penthouse, right? We went from get him off the court to keep him on the court, right? I mean, he made some great plays at the end. I mean, Marcus Smart, whether he's 1 for 10, he's a plus-minus king, or he plays well tonight. I mean, I think we figured some stuff out with putting AR on, going with the switch on Jokic. I think, Andy, you said something earlier about the boogeyman. I somewhat agree with you. But it's also like people forget those years that we lost to him. We didn't get dominated. Even when we got swept and lost in 5, that was a series that literally we were leading that series in like 40 minutes out of the 48 minutes almost of like every game. We just couldn't come up with the end, and it was honestly because we didn't have the firepower. But, I mean, it's just season-defining win. I mean, I'm a Kobe guy through and through, but I'm a LeBron fan as well. And, that dive today, man, maybe the big three, we figured it out. Maybe LeBron going 17, 8, and 8 is what we need. But it's the playoffs been started since last Sunday against New York, then Tuesday against Minnesota for the tiebreaker, today, Monday, Wednesday. It's playoff intensity, and it's just – we like to overdo things in LA when we're losing. It's the world's is ending. When we're winning, we're gonna pave the way for a parade. But I'm not. I'm a realist. I'm excited. It's just it was just a hell of a game, man. It's nothing. We didn't choke nothing away with a 17-point lead. We showed we could fight. And it's just I think it's season defining win, man.
I appreciate the call, Will, and just the idea too that you said, like, it's playoff intensity right now. Whether this means this is the start of winning a championship or not. I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, the team itself shouldn't get ahead of ourselves, but you don't even need to get ahead of yourselves. Like, it's fun. This was fun. This was entertaining. Like, this was a team that was great to root for. Like in the most literal basic sense of why you get obsessed over the Lakers in the first place. Like, obviously the championships are like the cherry on top of the sundae, and the Lakers have had 17 awesome Sundays. But you love them the years that they don't win too. But you want them to give you reasons to cheer, give you reasons to want to root them on, to stay with them, even in years where it feels like they may not win a championship. And again, I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying this is the type of game that makes them fun to root for, exciting to root for, to get behind, regardless of how the rest of the season, the playoffs shake out. Beto in Whittier. You're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Beto?
And I'm not going to try to lose any stream of consciousness behind everyone that's gone ahead of me and pretty much done and said what all of us want to say, because ultimately, and by the way, I'm one of the sickos that likes to pod.
Nice.
So I can attest to the fact that my boy AK does definitely have a big Slovenian influence.
Thank you.
At this point, so I appreciate him always addressing that base. But otherwise, what I was saying is, well, my boy in San Pedro, because it is Spanish after all.
Yep, that's okay. Both. I will accept that. I will allow both.
Yeah, both, because it is also the vernacular of Southern California and of the South.
I'm married to a Latina. Okay, I have to call it San Pedro. I have to.
Of course, and I've been a fan of yours for a long time, brother. We met at the Mandy's and other places.
Oh, cool.
I agree with you. But back to the point. Back to the lecture at hand, since you're a big hip-hop fan. And again, this almost feels like a Lakers Talk Monday. But long story short, this is definitely a signature win. This is a win that is a dedicated team win because of the fact that everyone had a role today. And what I've criticized them, and well, bro, my brother Walrus is always going to be a teacher. He's always going to check red line and everything for form and content. So I don't blame him for always And same with my brother Dylan. Together hoops to hype. They're always the analytical guys. But for true diehard like Will, myself, Solomon, this is definitely something that we start to see brewing. 8 of 9 against some significant competition. Is this suddenly something that they're figuring out at the right time, or is this, you mentioned the boogeyman, is this the Jekyll and Hyde nature of this team? I want to go ahead and think that the former, or should I say the latter? The former. That they are figuring something out now at the right time, and hopefully that stretches in, because LeBron does need to realize this is now a Luka and Reaves team. Shall we call them a Shrek and Doncic kind of team?
Okay, you got to end it there, Beto. I got to end on that. Shrek and Doncic is perfect, and hopefully they are starting to discover a balance. I think that's going to be super important, because the only way you can play Luka, LeBron, and Austin productive minutes together, because they're going to have, even if JJ tries to stagger them to a certain degree, unless LeBron is reduced to like 25 minutes a game, because we know Luka and Austin are going to play 35 to 40, unless LeBron's going to go down to like 25 a night, there's a baseline amount of minutes they're going to play together. So they have to find that balance, and the last couple games have been very, very promising. Derek in Montreal, you're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Derek?
Great. Just one thing. I'm not sure if you noticed this also, but Luka wasn't complaining a lot on the fouls, was he?
No, he was not.
I think that was a big key also, I notice a lot of times the random stuff.
Well, I appreciate, Derek, the call, and look, Luka's sitting on 15 Ts.
Got one more.
He's got one more before an automatic suspension.
Do you think he's going to get it soon?
You know what? Honestly, it feels like he is trying to prove a point. We
got like 15 more games. Or how many more games do you have?
Well, they are.
This is game 67, 68.
So there are 15 more games.
Yeah.
They are now 42 and 25. That means game 67 was concluded. That means 15 more. It seems like he's trying to prove a point. Like, y'all think I can't do this? I'm going to do it. And especially, too, it's not like Luka's griping to the refs has never been discussed before, never been covered before. But the amplitude of the conversation gets louder when you're a Laker. Just like everything when you're a Laker gets louder. Even for a guy like LeBron, who is, as I've said before, I think he's the most powerful athlete in North American sports. LeBron has been LeBron since he was 13, 16 on the cover of SI. It still gets louder when you're a Laker. And the eyeballs and conversation on Luka about the complaining about the refs and the whining and all that stuff, that's become a big talking point over the last few weeks. You remember a couple weeks ago, the conversation about Luka seemed to be turning. There was about 48 hours where it seemed like every single sports network, podcast, whatever, was devoting hours a day talking about Luka and the refs. He seems like he's trying to prove a point. I can do it. And the best thing about it, though, is because he's forced to shut the hell up, whether justified or not in being upset, he's forced to be quiet. It's brought out a lot of good in him. It's brought out a lot of good in him as a player. And you may notice, too, the less he complains, the less the rest of the team
Now, does
complains.
it reset in the playoffs, or does it still carry over in the playoffs?
I believe it resets in the playoffs. But what people need to realize is, let's say Luka slips up game 1 in Houston, gets teed, gets suspended for the second game. It doesn't reset back to 0. It then becomes every other.
Ooh.
At least for the regular season. I don't remember off the top of my head what happens in the playoffs as far as a reset. I know you don't get 16 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You get, I want to say maybe 5, maybe something like that. But there's points to flagrant foul points and things like that in the playoffs. But it seems like Luka, whether because he wants to prove a point or because he recognizes We are in the thick of it. We cannot afford to not have me there for a game because I'm suspended. Or maybe he's just waiting for, like, the Wizards game. He's like, I'm going to get this bleep out of my system, and I'll miss the Wizards game. And you guys can beat the Wizards without me, or you guys can beat the Nets without me at the end of March. But for the time being, Luka seems pretty determined not to get that 16th tee. And I actually think it brings out a lot great in Luka, like a lot of focus in Luka, but I also think it brings out a lot of focus with this entire team. So, incredible night. 127-125 win by the Lakers over the Nuggets. Again, they have the tiebreaker now in hand for playoff seedings. If they can manage to win both of their games next Monday and Wednesday against the Houston Rockets, both those games in Houston, they will then have the tiebreaker over Houston. They have to win both. But if they do, they have the tiebreaker at that point against Nuggets, the Wolves, the Rockets.
What do you call the Houston series? Like a home and home, or what do we call that?
For them?
Yeah.
It's a non-consecutive road games. I don't even know if there is a term for it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
It's not a home and home because home and home is typically one in each spot.
Exactly.
It's just non-consecutive, consecutive, or it's not back-to-back road games. It's consecutive road games, but not back-to-back.
Consecutive road games in the same
consecutive
city.
Non-back-to-back road games.
Okay.
I mean, two game, or how about this? Maybe this is the clearest way to put it, Funchy.
Yeah.
2 games in a row in Houston.
There you go.
That's probably the simplest way. Let's not try to be clever. Let's just be straightforward. 2 games in Houston. But they're going to be massive. And by the way, that is on Monday, the first of the 2, 6 p.m. tip-off, 4:30 pregame coverage beginning with Beto Duran. Thank you to everybody who was listening tonight. Thank you to everybody calling in. Thank you to Funchy. Thank you to Wilbur. Thank you to everybody in the back, the kids in the back of the social media. This has been the Lakers postgame show. Andy Kamenetsky, 710 ESPN.
Lakers Nuggets is a final from Crypto.com Arena. Game 67 of the season is in the books from LA Live.
Lakers basketball on ESPN LA.